I've skied some massive resorts. I've done the biggest, the steepest, and the most famous, but I think I just found the most adorable.
Welcome back to Every Other Carl. I'm Carl, and today I'm at probably the cutest ski area I've ever been to. This is Ski Big Bear at Mathope in Lackawaxen, Pennsylvania.
It's not the Big Bear you're thinking of in California. It's not the biggest, it's not the steepest, but there is something about this place that just feels right. Let's go for some laps. First thing you'll notice, it's an upside-down mountain. You park at the summit, hit the lodge, and then drop straight into your first run. No waiting for a lift, just to start your day. It's located in Lackawaxen, right on the border of New York and Pennsylvania. It feels less like a corporate resort and more like a neighborhood hill, mostly because it's tucked inside the Mathope residential community. It's got that hidden gem energy I'm always looking for. As for stats, 650-foot vertical, 18 trails, 6 beginner, 6 intermediate, 5 advanced, and 1 expert, 7 lifts total, including some classic doubles that give you plenty of time to chat, and a longest run that is 1.5 miles, and actually surprises you for a 650-foot mountain. And as is almost a necessity for any Pennsylvania ski area, it has 100% snowmaking coverage.
We've done about 3 hours here so far and hit every single run. This type of place, I mean, it's just so fun. It's like the community hangout. There are no lift lines today. It's a Friday in January. You just ski right onto the lift, and they do have a nice little mix. It's fun. It makes you feel like you can hit every run. My wife, who typically just does the greens and blues, she's done every trail here, including their double diamond. That's her first double diamond ever. I'm in love with this little place.
So obviously, Big Bear is very small. 650 feet of vertical makes it a locals-only hill. You're not supposed to go out of your way for this type of mountain, but maybe that's the magic of it. This is the perfect place for families with little kids. You build so much confidence by learning how to do every level of run on a mountain. And to their credit, they have every level, from green to blue to black, and like I mentioned, even a double black called Screamin' Demon, which of course is in no way a big mountain double black, but I remember back to when I was a kid doing my local double diamond trail at the creek in Jersey, and how that meant everything to me. The fact that I could do the hardest run on the mountain just about made my year. So it's good for families, good for locals, but what makes it the cutest? It's probably the scale. You can see the whole mountain, the trails are beautifully groomed, and the crowds are almost non-existent compared to the big Poconos resorts. As a more advanced skier, you can do laps and focus on your form instead of dodging 500 people at the lift. And beyond the skiing, it's super well cared for. It feels loved. You can tell the community really cares about this place. The lodge is way beyond what I expected for a little place like this. The lodge is big and clean. There's an upstairs area for community members only. There's an arcade and little accessories all over the place that just make it feel friendly. But I wasn't here just to look around, I was here for my obligatory tender test. If you're new to my channel, I almost always review the chicken tenders at every resort I ski. I think it gives a good baseline for the quality and price of food, and I just like them. And guess what? Ski Big Bear came in with officially the cheapest tender and fry combo I've ever had at any ski resort. How's that for adorable? At $11.50, Big Bear has finally pushed Tamarack, Idaho to number 2, and I've heard those prices have actually gone up since I was there. Anyway, that's price, but how about quality? Okay, tender test. These are officially the cheapest tenders and fries I've ever reviewed. Not the greatest ever, but definitely above average. I am not mad at these tenders. These are probably my favorite kind of ski lodge french fries, though. So, pretty solid quality, but I wouldn't say they were anything to write home about. Maybe I need to change the way I rank these, but I'd give them a high B-tier status. If you want to check out any of these other mountains, I'll leave some links to my other reviews in the description. And while you're down there, maybe you accidentally hit the subscribe button. Or not. Either way. In case you're looking for something beyond the cafeteria food, they also have a full restaurant and bar as well. We didn't go in, but they look pretty nice. Okay, with the chicken fingers reviewed, it was time to finish the ski day with a few more laps. Look at this map. Obviously, Ski Big Bear is tiny, don't come here if you're expecting some kind of exceptional ski day. This is not the place for you. I think the point I want to get across in this video is not just that this mountain in particular is super cute, or even the best ski mountain in the vicinity, but more that this type of mountain, something with under 1,000 feet of vertical, can be really fun, especially for kids and young skiers. It's non-threatening, really well taken care of, and can give anyone the confidence they need when they're learning how to ski. We actually got here a little later than day. We got some good runs in the afternoon. Fortunately, Ski Big Bear has night skiing. This is pretty common for a lot of East Coast mountains, but not all community ski hills have it. So that's another big feather in the cap of Ski Big Bear. It was properly cold on this day, but the cuteness of the mountain kept us warm on the inside. Now, in case you're wondering, I brought a couple other pairs of skis with me to get some other clips for another video I'm working on, so that's why I'm wearing different skis.
Check this out, I'm walking from the parking lot right now. This is just, look, it's like a community park. You got the playground right there. They have a little water park back there. Look how pretty these lights are. You walk through here, and then boom, there's the slope. It's too cute.
If you need any more evidence of how adorable this place is, a day pass here is currently around $66 and an afternoon evening pass is around $35. Those are cute prices. Apart from the lodge and rental center, they also have a little sandwich shop and merch shop, which was good because this little place turned out to be a hat mountain for me.
Well, that's gonna do it for Ski Big Bear. You know, in skiing, you get to choose your adventure. Do you want to have a giant mountain that you get to explore all kinds of crazy regions and have different kinds of terrain? Honestly, yes, you want that all the time. But there is a whole lot to be said for a mountain where you can just take laps on the chairlift. Just go down, get right on the chair, come back up. You get to ski all day, and it's just fun, and it's local. And everything is cheap. A lot of times, that's what you really want. A place like this, it is just so much fun, so cute, perfect for the family, perfect if you're learning how to ski, and perfect if you live nearby and just want to take runs all day. So, this is by no means a destination resort, but this is an awesome kind of mountain to ski at. It's probably the cutest one I've ever been to. So, I definitely recommend Ski Big Bear in Pennsylvania. Until next time, I'm Everly Carl. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you.